Hello anybody, I'm alpacapatrol, and this is Binding of Isaac Wrath of the Lamb. Let's run it back with some more Binding of Isaac Wrath of the Lamb. Today we're going to do a regular old run. Mostly because nobody had a most upvoted custom challenge run, really. No one really upvoted a challenge run. So, because of that, we are actually going to play Cain, and because someone actually messaged me on Steam just beforehand to say play Cain. So you know what? I'll play Cain. I'll listen to that one dude. I forgot your name. I'm sorry, sir. It just happened a second ago, and I forgot your name. That's not by your name being unrememberable. It's mostly that I am an idiot. But, oh, God, we have a golden chest. You know what? Fuck it. Alright, we got a key out of it anyway, which is fine, because that's what I wanted to do. Might as well go into this room. There's the secret room. Oh, troll bomb. Secret room's right over there, which we don't have any bombs, sadly, so we can't access it. We could have went in there, however, I would have died if I did so I didn't do it. We have the black bean, which is okay. It's like panic fart, so that's basically, it's more or less poison touch, essentially. It's every time that we get hit, we fart. So, yeah, you know, it's the nature of my life as well, is, sometimes, you know, just punch me and then I'll fart. That's how I actually win fights. Whenever I get into a fisticuffs, just fart on them, and you know what? They'll stop doing whatever it is they were doing. Might as well get this heart. Sadly, we're not going to get any bombs, so we're not going to be able to go to that secret room, which we knew where it is, which is unfortunate, also considering that we have 11 cents, so almost any amount of money in there will give us enough money to go to the shop. Sadly, we're not going to be able to do so. Whatever, maybe next time. Hopefully we get, like, the pentagram or something right now, or a health up. A health up would be nice. But I would like some kind of good item currently, because we're not, you know, we're not so great off after this first floor. Not so much anyway. Of course, it is still early. It's only the first level, so we're still pretty much good, but you know what? It doesn't hurt to have a little extra damage, a little extra wonderful of the itemsness early in the game, because then you'll know for sure that you can win in the future. But there is a blue heart. We are Cain, so that means all pills must be good. 2 range ups. What is this? Luck up. Okay, I'll take it. And tears up. That works fine. You know what? That's essentially like that damage up that we wanted, and there's nothing else that we can do, right? Nope. Alright, so down to the next floor it is then. Onwards and downwards, I guess, really? I was going to say onwards and upwards, but obviously that doesn't make sense. Now, this is a shitty room because, yeah, they can do that, which they will hurt me. And that is the nature of this room, because they can go diagonally through that poop. They should really make that into rocks, so that, well, I guess they can't make it into rocks. Make it into 1 rock. 2 of clubs doubles our bombs, which is good. This room again. Alright. Oh, we managed to get out this time. That works. Actually, I'm going to try to blow them up. Yep, right there. Sadly, I took damage anyway, but whatever. We'll go into the secret room. Turns out, we were right. That is where the money is at. That's where all of the secret room secretness is at. Which is fantastic, and I love to see that. We have the world card, which I'll probably keep and take down to further floors, instead of taking this 2 clubs card. So hopefully we get, like, more than 2 bombs on this floor, so it's not like a total waste of the 2 clubs card, but it's entirely possible that it will be. We'll see, though. We shall see, my friends, and hopefully we get another key as well, because if we do that... Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Scapular, pretty good item. Angel room item. I will take an angel room item. We will go explore some more before we fight this boss, because 1, there's not really a good reason for us to fight this boss right away, and for 2, sorry, I was just getting confused of whether or not the speakers were making Isaac sounds, and I'd have to restart this video, or... you know, I had my headphones in, which is weird. That happens to me more often than you would think. Oh, dang it. Where I just can't tell if I'm hearing things through speakers or through my headphones. First world YouTuber problems, I think. Okay, got another key, which is good. Let's go to this shop. I mean, might as well, right? I mean... By the way, if we take more damage, I'll get that blue heart, but right now I kind of want to save my money for the potential at going to another shop, because, you know, oh, god damn it. Well, probably not going to keep my money then, unless we get a heart on this floor, or on this room. No, the tower, not very good. Although we could use it, not really. I mean, we could use it on... Let's go use it on that blue rock. Hopefully access the blue rock. Over here, I believe. Right? No? Next room? Okay. We'll use the tower on the blue rock, and hopefully it won't kill us. No, it doesn't look like it's gonna kill us. Okay, we got another blue heart, which actually means that I'm going to hold on to our money. For sure. Z's. Then we're also actually going to use the 2 clubs to get extra monies. Might as well take this with me. Because, I don't know, why not? Right? Am I right? I'm right. I'm right. I know what you're saying. You're saying, hey, alpacapatrol, you're totally fucking right. And I'm like, I know I'm right. Yo? You always have to add yo at the end of every sentence, just because Breaking Bad. That's all. There's no other things to that sentence. By the way, if you guys have never watched Breaking Bad, I know I've talked about it before, but if you guys have never watched Breaking Bad, you seriously have to watch that show, because it is by far the best TV show ever made, I think. Honestly, I'm beyond anything else. It is by far the best TV show ever made. And this is coming from a person who recently got into Doctor Who, and I fucking love Doctor Who. Alright, we got famine, that sucks. And I love Doctor Who now, but Breaking Bad, it's still the best show on television ever. Ever in the history of television programming, to be honest with you. That's how good that show is. I'm totally goddamn serious. It is, it's just the things that they do with, like, color symbolism and just everything else is just unrivaled on television. Really. Oh, God. And just the story is so good, too. It's just, by the way, just a little hint of what the show is about. Can we do anything else? We could go to the arcade, but, like, not really worth it. Let's just go on to the next floor. Yeah, so, basically the basic overall story of Breaking Bad is, and this isn't spoilers because this happens in the first episode, but basically, this high school chemistry teacher, has a really shitty life. His life sucks. He has, he has, like, no money. He's a high school chemistry teacher. He used to be part of this company that ended up being, like, a multi-billion-dollar company. And then decided to throw it all away because of a girl, and he also works a second job at a car wash because his high school teaching job salary is not good enough for doing that. While his wife is pregnant, that's part of the reason why she can't do anything. But 10 bombs, that's like not great, but it's okay. I can live with it, I suppose. Again, no reason to fight the boss right away. We could, but we don't have to. But anyway, high school chemistry teacher, you know, works at a car wash. Life sucks. Then he finds out that he has lung cancer. Never smoked a day in his life, but has lung cancer. Kung Lancer. He is the Kung Lancer. But yeah, he has lung cancer. And then decides, you know what, fuck it. Because his brother is a DEA agent, and he sees on the... Damn it. He sees on the news, or not on the news, but he sees on the television of one of his, you know, brother's drug busts, that there was, like, millions of dollars at this drug bust. And he decides that, hey, I know chemistry, I'll start making meth. And he does, he starts making meth, and then after that, shit goes crazy, basically. As you would imagine. And it's sort of like a realistic take on a person's choices throughout doing something really stupid and bad. And what's really cool about the show, and one of the things that it does that no other show does on television, is, see, the difference between TV and movies is this. The characters remain the same. So mostly on TV shows, characters are flat characters. So the difference between a flat character and a round character, by the way, is a flat character doesn't change. Like, he stays the same throughout the film, or throughout the story, right? So his, the way that he reacts to situations is the same. The way he, you know, acts, the way he feels, the way he thinks remains the same. Generally speaking, that's not the protagonist of any story in a film, because that's not that interesting. Those are usually the, you know, the secondary or tertiary characters. The but the main character of a story is a round character. A round character will change because of the events of the story. Will change the way he thinks or change the way that he is as a person for the rest of his life, or at least you infer that it will be for the rest of his life, and he changes, right? And that's an interesting story, going from one way to another way, and that's why films do that. TV shows, they don't generally do that, and the reason that they don't generally do that is for a very good reason. I mean, you can't really change a character unless you have an overarching story in mind. Like, if you know this is the beginning compared to this is the end, it's basically pretty hard to do a character that really realistically changes. And also, the other thing is, you can't have a character that changes that much, because generally the way TV shows work is people get very close to the character, and they don't want the character to change. Breaking Bad doesn't do that, and in fact, watching like this one series with, not series, but like interview with the creator of the show, Terry Gilliam, not Terry Gilliam, what the hell am I talking about? Vince Gilligan. Terry Gilliam is actually a really good film director who you should watch, specifically Brazil is an awesome movie. But anyway, so Vince Gilligan says he wanted to do that, the thing that no TV shows do, and that's make a character that changes. So you'll see in the first episode of the first season, Walter White is like the most pathetic man in the world. And by the first episode of the last season, which is going on right now, he's like the most terrifying man in the fucking world. So like that's the point, like that's the idea, is that the character changes throughout the show. No shows really do that, and because of that, you sit with the character, going from a point of like, seeing how like his choices make sense. Maybe the choices are silly, but you see the things that he has to do, versus later on where he becomes more of a villain than a hero. And oh, we have enough money to go to the shop. Let's do that. And it's a very interesting dynamic in television. Oh, fuck yeah. So we should have totally taken that other card. We can take the, whatchamacallit, that other card there. Well, we have 15 bombs. Might as well look for the secret room. I mean, it could be here. No. Could be here. And there it is. Okay, cool. Let's see what we have inside. A bunch of money. I'm happy with a bunch of money. I'll take a bunch of money. But yeah, so, I forgot what I was actually on about. Something, involving Breaking Bad. But, yeah, so the character's very good. The characters, I mean, he's not the only one. The secondary, protagonist, oh wow, that was really lucky, actually. The secondary protagonist of the story, he also changes, which is also interesting. So it's a really good and cool dynamic, and that's really the most interesting part about the show. Also, it's just shot very well. There's color symbolism. There's loads and loads of color symbolism, just symbolism in general as well, and just good characters. I mean, the show. Here's the thing: the guy who plays the dad, Bryan Cranston. By the way, if you ever watched Malcolm in the Middle, he's the dad from Malcolm in the Middle as well. But anyway, yeah. So Bryan Cranston, he whatchamacallit, he's won Best Actor in a TV series every year that the show has been on. Every single year that the show has been on, he has won Best Actor. And the show's been going on for like 5 seasons now. Well, we could take the mark, but then we would have no hearth. We would have no hearth, and then we can't cook our food. No, but he's won every Emmy every year, consistently. And for the past couple of years, or like at least one of the years, the whatchamacallit, the other actor in the show, Aaron something or other. Something Aaron? Oh gosh, I forgot his name. Whatever. But anyway, he won Best Supporting Actor as well. So the show is really fucking good. Like, seriously, it's really good. And I would definitely suggest that you watch it. Now, I know what you may be thinking, because I thought the same thing, which was, if you watched... Oh, damn it! If you watched Malcolm in the Middle, you're like, I don't know if I really want to see the dad from Malcolm in the Middle cook meth. That seems, sorry, I'm gonna move up my chair a bit. That seems a little bit odd. Well, I agree. I thought the same thing when I first didn't watch the show, and then it was forced upon me to watch it one day by actually Cameron. And it was actually me and Jake. I don't know if you guys remember Jake. He was in one of the episodes at one point. Maybe he'll be on one in the future. But yeah, he showed me Breaking Bad, and me and Jake did not want to watch the show. We were like, we don't really want to watch it, and Cameron just forced it on us by putting it on the screen. And then after, we basically were kind of half-watching the first part of the episode, and then as the show got on, we were just kind of watching more and stopped talking as much. And then by the end of the episode, we were just like, okay, we need to watch episode 2 now. Because the first episode is so crazy, too. Like, the hook is so good in that first episode. But one of the things that it does really well, too, that's underappreciated, is it tells stories without words. There's so many moments in that first season, and in just later seasons as well, where it tells you stories through inserts. And what an insert is, by the way, is basically a close-up of an object. We could go into that sacrifice room, but that sounds stupid. We will go in here, though, because it's greed. Yeah, okay, that's greed. That's fine. That's good, because now we're going to have enough money to go to the shop on the next floor, which probably won't be greed. But yeah, so inserts are like when they do a close-up of an object, not a person or something like that. If you see that in a script, you ever read a script, that's what an insert is. It tells so many stories through inserts that it's so good. Like very few TV shows do it. If you like a Martin Scorsese movie, imagine a Martin Scorsese movie in slow motion. So, you know, like Goodfellas or whatever, you see the course of this man's life over the course of like 20 years or so, right? And that happens in 2 hours. Well, it's kind of like that in Breaking Bad, except it happens over the course of, 5 seasons. And you, oh, wow, that's lucky. I actually wasn't doing that on purpose that time. Sorry, I have to itch my ear while I go in here and see what's here. Alright, some money. I can live with some money. Let's see what's over her. Okay, we got some butt lickers. Lickers of the butts. Look at them butts. Oh yeah, they're licking so many butts. Oh, god damn it. Wow, that was close. Actually, that was the cube of meat that saved my life there. We could go into the sacrifice room, because I think we have a full heart. I don't know if we have a full heart or a half a heart. It depends on... Wow, super secret room. I was not expecting that either. That's really lucky. Beauty of this game sometimes, beauty of the random engine. Sometimes it really does you good. What is this? Health up, wow, yep, beauty of the random engine. Wow, yes, so we are definitely gonna go into this room, because fuck it, why not? We have loads of hearts everywhere. Could be good, could be bad. Double spiders, not good. And a blue heart. So we got half a blue heart out of that, that's fine. I'll take half a blue heart. Not such a big thing. It ain't no thing, actually. Okay, so we got half a blue heart out of that one sacrifice room. Oh, firing my laser. Shoot that whoop. Alright, we're gonna shoot the whoop right now, my friends. We're gonna shoot so many whoops. Whoops will be shooped in this video, in fact. Oh yeah, we had loads of hearts, so we could have definitely went in there. Okay, we'll go fight this boss, and now we actually finally have a spacebar item. We are, I mean, we're doing good damage, which is good. We could use more pills, I'll say that. Like, more pills would be really nice, because that would allow us to power ourselves up a bit more. Which would be great. Okay, there. Ballsack Fly is dealt with. Because Ballsack Fly, I don't know, it seems sometimes it's more dangerous than the other flies. Tears Up, yes, that is basically a damage up. Increases our fire rate. By the way, there was this one thing in no, to jump, you son of a bitch. There was this one thing in that came out in Diablo 3. The random engine made a really beastly item that apparently is totally worth the max amount of money that you could spend on an item, which is like like a bajillion gold. And it was like some crazy fucking item apparently. Which I know people don't really care about Diablo 3 because everybody fucking hated it. I thought the game was fun. I was originally gonna do, like, I made this channel once, or I started doing, like, real videos on this channel anyway, once Diablo 3 was out. Yeah, I mean, I had a fun time. I enjoyed myself. The thing is, here's the problem with Diablo 3. You want to know the actual problem with Diablo 3? What actually happened? And a lot of people say a whole bunch of other shit that's actually bullshit. They say, like, oh, well, you can't, you know, choose your own skill system and all that stuff. And you know what? The Diablo 3 skill system was better than the Diablo 2 skill system, by far, easily. I think, by far, the one thing that I would say that is a criticism that I agree with is Diablo 3 didn't let you choose your stat placement. That is kind of lame. Oh, well, we don't need the world card anymore. Let's use the world card. Didn't do anything. Okay, fair enough. Let's go down to the next floor. Yeah, oh, well, I guess we'll go right to this treasure room, because it's right here. But, yeah, the not being able to set your own stats, that's annoying. That's kind of lame. But beyond that, like, getting skills is so much better in Diablo 3. One, you could use more of them. And two, the way that you use them, so much better. It's in like a MOBA-like fashion, actually, like a Dota type of thing. The other thing is, ooh, the miter. Wow, we got 2 Angel Room items from treasure rooms, oddly enough. Oh my God, and we have the Book of Revelations. Well, we're definitely going to take the Book of Revelations. That sounds like a good idea. That might have been a health up, actually, right there, which I would be sad about if that was, in fact, the case. But yeah, if we get any more money, by the way, we'll go to Judgment for sure. Yeah, so the way you get skills is so much better in Diablo 3 than it is in Diablo 2. And a lot of people were just, like, crying about, like, oh, well, the skill system was so much better in Diablo 2. And it's like, you only had right-click, like, that's it. And your left-click wasn't anything. Now they make all left-click abilities actual spells and stuff. Anyway, although it did kind of hide some of the things, because you should allow yourself for free spell placement, because otherwise it kind of, like, forces you to put them in a specific slot, and that's kind of silly. I liked being able to choose where my abilities went. So, but that was an option. It was kind of hidden in the menus and didn't really explain what it did, so no one really clicked it. But yeah, I mean that was good. Like I was in Inferno before people started, like, when I was starting to tell people about that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I didn't realize that until like 5 levels ago," and that probably they should have just let that happen. Now, but here's the thing that's the problem with Diablo 3. Here's the reason that 90% of its audience left after they reached Inferno difficulty. This is the reason, right now. They have a level cap. They set the level cap at 60. Now, the reason they set the level cap at 60 is pretty obvious. They wanted Diablo 3 to be like World of Warcraft. And the reason that they would want it to be like World of Warcraft is because, of course, World of Warcraft sold a lot, but basically, the idea is, okay, set the level cap at 60 so that we can make an expansion later, make them pay more for a new expansion, and they will get 10 more levels. That's stupid. You know why that's stupid? It works fine in World of Warcraft. That's okay in World of Warcraft, but it's a different fucking game. Here's the thing in World of Warcraft. There's an end game. There are raids. There are things to do at level 60. When you're playing Diablo, by the time you reach 60, you have already played through the actual game like 6 or 7 times already, and multiple times in specific parts of the game. So a level 60 level cap doesn't make any sense. A level 60 level cap means that I will just stop playing. See, Diablo 3 is based on, it's a loot fest. So they're both variable ratio reward systems, and I've explained variable ratio reward systems in earlier videos of the Skinner box, right? Where it's the rat getting the pellet, and it, you know, he gets the pellet out of the box by pressing a button, and if you make it so that it's random chance when the rat gets the food pellet, he'll overeat. So that's the same idea. So both of them are based, actually pretty much all video games are based on a variable ratio reward system. The thing is, Diablo 3 is a loot fest, and that's a different kind of variable ratio reward system. So a loot fest is all about getting good loot, right? Like that's all it's about. It's not about gaining the levels, it's not about getting the skills, right? That's secondary. It's about getting the loot. Because of that, that's why you're okay with playing through the game multiple times, because you're just trying to get new loot, and that's how you level up. That's how you get more power, right? Basically, like more than leveling up, you get more power through loot, through good loot. Now, a lot of people would claim that it's like the auction house, and like, oh, the auction house means that, you know, it makes the game too easy because then I could just buy an item out of the auction house. But that's a stupid argument, because the thing is, you don't have to use the auction house. Just don't use it. There you go. Go ahead, play it like Diablo 2, and then you'll have the same thing. But the auction house is just a better system. Anyway, boss horde room. That's interesting. There seems to be no way that we can get at it, however. This is a shitty room. Okay. This is doable. Ah, balls. I was hoping I wasn't going to take damage there. Sadly, I did. We are going to go fight Greed in the shop. I mean, in the secret room, because I want some money. Because if we get enough money, then we could go to the shop and see what the hell is going on in there. But yeah. So that's kind of that's not like a real problem with the game. Oh, and we could bomb our way in here. Yeah, this is awesome. No, we can't? Oh, I guess we can't, right, because of the mini-boss. That's unfortunate, actually. But if we find a heart machine, then we could get into the boss horde room, and I will totally do that, because it would be really good to get whatever it is inside there. But, yeah, so... What was I saying? Yeah, so the main problem is this with Diablo 3, is the level cap. The level cap is the main issue. That's it. That's all you have to know. Because basically, in Diablo 2, you could never reach max level. You could, but max level was level 99. By the time you reached above 90, you were losing levels about as quickly as you were gaining levels, right? The other thing is they had a ladder, which they don't have in Diablo 3. Maybe they added it in later, but I mean, they didn't have it in Diablo 3 when I was playing, when it first came out. And what the ladder did is it showed you the top players in the world, the guys who had the highest level and the best armor altogether, right? They don't have that anymore, so there's no more competition. There's no more because the level cap is set at 60 and is attainable very easily, in fact, I might remind you. There's no reason to keep playing afterwards. But because level 99 is so unattainable, it makes it so that the game is fun to play, to keep playing for years. There's still people playing Diablo 2, even still people swearing that it's a better game. Which it is probably a better game in the scheme of things compared to the time Diablo 2 was a great game, compared to the time Diablo 3 wasn't a great game. It was a good game, it was a fun game, but it wasn't a great game. Yeah, I mean, oh, this is a shitty room. I don't like this room one bit. I don't like it one bit. Okay, we can deal with it. For some reason, my frame rate is terrible in this room. I have no idea why, but whatever. Yeah, okay, great. Cool. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, fuck it. Take the map. Why not? What would it hurt? I would really like to go to that boss horde room. However, it doesn't look entirely feasible, considering we can't bomb our way through. Which sucks. I mean, that does really, really suck. But it happens. Hey, we got the map, we got the compass. That's the first time in a long time that we've had the map and the compass at the same time. It's been a while. But yeah, like it was an unattainable goal. And the reason that that's good is it makes people keep playing. Oh god, especially in a variable ratio reward system, because you're always gaining power, no matter what. Even if you are losing levels, you're still gaining power because you're gaining more items. So that's the idea. If you make an unattainable goal and you make it a loot fest, so that you have extremely randomly generated items, then you will succeed and the game will keep being played. I mean, look at fucking Minecraft, right? Like, that's why I think Starbound is going to be an extremely successful game, is because that's the idea. There's no goal in Starbound, really. Like, there's a main quest line, but, like, there's no real goal. I mean, by the way, if you've never seen Starbound, then I would search through my videos, look at my videos, and look at Starbound Indie Spotlight. just because it gives you a brief. Not because I want you to just. It's not like one of those things where it's like, dude, watch my video, like and subscribe. But it's more that you know, my video actually does give you a good overview of what the game is actually about. So you know, that's why. But oh god. The other thing is, oh god. So that game is just basically, you know, randomly generated items like Diablo, except the randomly generated items actually do cool things, unlike Diablo 3, where it was just stats, right? So there's no difference between a sword and a mace, really, besides, like, some arbitrary stat. That was another problem with Diablo 3, is the loot mattered less, like it just mattered in numbers forms, and you know what, a lot of people don't like min-maxing, because that's what the end of Diablo 3 became, is just it became min-maxing, and a lot of people don't like doing that. I mean, that's not a big deal to me. Like, I don't really care about min-maxing. If I could beat the game, if I could finish the game, then I am happy. I don't really care about min-maxing, especially when you make the game about min-maxing and then you don't even add PvP in. Then there's no point. What would be the point of min-maxing? But anyway, we will take the Polaroid and try to go down to the cathedral. I don't know if we can make it, but we'll try. We could go to the secret room, but what the hell would be the point? I mean, we could get a 1-up in there, which would be nice, but, you know, what are the... Alright, fine, we'll go. Because it could be Epic Fetus as well, and if we got Epic Fetus, then that would be pretty glorious. But yeah, so... Oh, dingus. But so there's no real goal in Starbound, and there's an infinite amount of items to be generated. They're completely randomly generated, and you know what? They're going to add more as the game goes on, because that's how, you know, that's how those kind of games works. Minecraft, there's an infinite amount. There's no real goal, and there's an infinite amount of things to do, especially when you add mods. So that's the idea. That's the whole thing. Diablo 3 totally lost that. They set a goal, which was 60, and they made that goal extremely easily attainable. And because of that, people didn't play anymore. That's what made Diablo 3 so popular. Like, Diablo 3 tried to be Skyrim or something, you know, where it's just like, well, we're focusing on the story or something shit, but, like, no one, like, here's the thing, no one really cares that much about the story in Diablo. Like, the Diablo series is not known for its story, it's known for its loot fest and its combat and just how it works, right? Like, it's not really known for the story. That's not the point of the game. So, because of that, I don't know. They just focused on the wrong things. It was bad design. The lead designer did not have the real idea for Diablo in mind, which, in point and fact, is kind of a dark way to make a game as well, because, like I said, if you make a whole game based around variable ratio reward, then you're kind of exploiting psychology to make people buy your game. But, you know, whatever. And that's actually, by the way, that's why everyone left after a month from the game. Actually, that's a good pill, I think. Health up, yep, that is a good pill, and that is what I would constitute as a good pill. Anyway, yeah, so that's why 90% of the audience left after 1 month. I left, I was one of them. I reached level 60, that's what happened. And I stopped playing. Oh, god damn it. There's no reason to keep playing after 60. But when you make that unattainable, see, that's the thing with Halo 3 as well. Why Halo 3, the matchmaking system was so popular is because the highest level is more or less unattainable. By the time you get really high level, you're losing levels as quickly as you're gaining them, right? By the way, I never really got into Halo 3 myself, but I know a guy, Cameron, who played a lot of fucking Halo 3, and that's the reason he would keep playing, is to try to stay at level 50. Because if you stop playing, you'll stop being level 50. If you play poorly for a little while, you'll stop being level 50. So that's the idea. And that was the same thing. God, this motherfucker is sending face spiders right at my face. Which seems kind of redundant. Okay, he's dead. Great. We have a range up, which isn't amazing, but that's fine. Whatever. We could go in here and see what we got. Brimstone for 2. Interesting. Guppy's Paw for sure. But the thing is... Should we get Brimstone? I don't know. We're not doing that much damage. Let's see. Decent damage. Yeah, let's take Guppy's Paw. Let's just take Guppy's Paw. Get loads of blue hearts. keep the Book of Revelations. By the way, people have told me keep Guppy's Paw. I don't like keeping Guppy's Paw, to be honest with you. It's a personal preference, to be sure. Like, it's basically just a personal preference. I don't like keeping Guppy's Paw around. I don't see the real purpose. Like, yes, if we trade red hearts later for 3 blue hearts, then it would be good. But, I mean, the odds of that are somewhat slim, to be honest with you. So that's part of the reason why I don't like doing it. It seems like kind of a waste of a spacebar item for me, because the thing is, like, Book of Revelations for sure will give me more things. Like, the Guppy's Paw could give me more things, and it could give me a lot more things. But it's like, it's this kind of thing like versus poker and stuff. Like, oh, I totally walked into that like an idiot. But, like, poker and stuff for me, I don't really bet on a hand that I can't win. And that's the thing with Guppy's Paws. It's like really high risk, high reward kind of item. I don't like taking risks as much. I'm not a big risk taker, really. Oh God! I generally play things close to the chest. Oh, that was close. Close call. I want to walk into you, but the blood splatter. Okay, there we go. Cool. We're just bludgeoning him with our ball of meat, which, out of context, probably sounds very disgusting. He's gonna whack our balls of meat on him. Alright, what is it? Oh, fuck that! Cursed Skull would be no fun with this amount of health. So, yeah. That's the reason Diablo 3 failed. Although it didn't really fail. I mean, it still made a bunch of money, which, you know, Blizzard is fine with. So they don't really care. It made the... But here's the problem, is they kind of soiled the name, right? So, like, they're probably not gonna play Diablo 4. Although, honestly, Diablo 2's name will probably carry over. It's gonna be like the Star Wars movies, you know? Like, Diablo 2 was so good and so treasured that, like, if they make Diablo 4, people are gonna be like, okay, maybe this time they'll get it right with, like, you know, Episode 1 and 2. It's just like, alright, well, the first one was really bad. It was bad, but you know what? Maybe they'll get it right the second time. Maybe we'll give them a chance, and then the second one's just like, I guess that was kind of a little bit better. I mean, that was still pretty bad, though. Okay, let's give them a chance on the third one. And the third one's just like, but Anakin, I love you. And it's just like, oh God, just stop, please. Just kill me now. Jesus. One thing that they did right in the original trilogy, or not the original trilogy, but the new trilogy, they did really well, is they cast Obi-Wan really well. I think Ewan McGregor was a perfect young Obi-Wan. Like, he was a fucking badass. But, like, you know, beyond that, those were bad movies. Those are some real bad films. But yeah. Well, and they're coming out with a new trilogy. A new trilogy. I don't know how that's gonna be. Apparently, by the way, someone told me in the comments that in the new trilogy, it was actually just a rumor that Darth Vader was going to be retconned and come back into existence, supposedly. I don't know. I remember reading the article though, saying that it was the writer saying like that Darth Vader was a staple of the series, and it would be weird not having him in the series. Which kind of makes sense. By the way, did you guys realize? Here's something that people don't realize or don't really give credit to. You guys realize that Darth Vader is actually the protagonist of the entire series? The whole thing, like not just oh God, not just the new trilogy, not just you know, Episode 1, 2, and 3, where he's obviously the protagonist, but he's the protagonist of the next 3 movies as well. It's just that you don't really see him. Here's the thing, and here's how you know, by the way, is 1, he's a round character that changes, so is Luke, but he's a round character that changes. The other thing is, he is totally the Chosen One, because that's the whole thing, right, is that, like, there's a prophecy about the Chosen One. They talk about it in the first couple movies, right? Or in the new trilogy or whatever. They talk about it. Oh, super secret room, that's cool. But yeah, and the idea is that he's supposed to destroy the Sith, right? He does that. He actually does do that. I guess we'll play this. I mean, we have the Mitre and we're Kane, so like we could get loads of blue hearts out of this. Flat penny. But yeah, so might as well pick this up. High Priestess, okay. That's actually going to be good on Isaac. I will definitely use that. But yeah, so he totally is the Chosen One and totally destroys the Sith because he throws the Emperor over the side of the freaking cliff or whatever. Death is good, but High Priestess does more damage. So yeah, he totally... Oh, that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. That scares me a lot. Basically, anything that goes over there that I want, can't get. And I'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, so... the balls. You know what I mean? The balls, bros. Oh, that was close. Keep the Polaroid, though. Even in in episode 4, he's obviously the protagonist because the story starts with him. I know it looks like it starts with Leia or whatever, but it actually starts with Darth Vader invading the ship. He is the protagonist. He incites the inciting incident. He's the protagonist of the series. Which is interesting. It's very interesting. So, yeah. I just thought that was cool. So, yeah, and that's part of the reason why, you know, they're saying, like, Darth Vader should come back and he should be retconned in, because he's the protagonist of the whole series the whole time. By the way, we would take the Crystal Ball, but we already have the Book of Revelations, and that's, again, less useful. But, yeah, so, because he's the protagonist of the series, it is odd having him not in one of the movies. For sure. But I think we can live without him since he actually died. And things happen. By the way, someone else mentioned in one of my videos when I was talking about Star Wars and the new series or whatever, the new trilogy, and they were like, well, they already went into what happens afterwards. Yes, they did in books and stuff. That is considered canon. George Lucas did give them rights and say that that is canon to the series. The thing is, though, while it is canon, there was a period that basically what George Lucas said was this: you can make any book you want about Star Wars, and it's totally canon, and that's fine. The one thing is, I'm trying to use the... Here we go. The one thing is there's a period after after the first movies, 30 years, that he wants. So nothing can be said about the 30 years after the end of Episode 6. Because he thought that, like, maybe eventually he would want to make a movie. And he's gonna do that now. So that's the thing. And so yes, there is talking about what happens. There are books talking about, like, what happens, like, 100 years after the 6th movie. But basically, 30 years afterwards, or the 30-year period, is for George Lucas only. So that's probably what the new trilogy is going to be set in, is in that span of 30 years, probably. Maybe within the span of, like, 10 years, and then he'll make another new trilogy before he dies. But, you know, we'll see. So I don't know. I'm still gonna hold out hope. The original Star Wars were just so good that it's hard to try to, like, you know, say that they're gonna be shitty without holding out any kind of hope at all, because, you know, Star Wars are part of my childhood. I mean, the same thing with Indiana Jones. Like, I don't want to see any other Indiana Jones movies, is the thing. That's the difference, is I don't want to see any more. Don't make another Indiana Jones film, not once. I don't want to see it. I don't want it. I'll watch it if you make it, which is why they're probably going to make it, but I don't want to see it. Don't make it, because you're going to fuck it up. I feel different about Star Wars. Star Wars was more of a legitimate trilogy, and like I don't know, like Indiana Jones, and I realized that it was a trilogy as well, but the difference between Indiana Jones and Star Wars is that, like, there's, like, an overarching story in Star Wars, whereas, like, you know, Indiana Jones, it feels as it was actually meant to feel, as it was intended to feel, like an old, like, 1920s serial, which, serial, by the way, with an S. Interesting. So we have the Odd Mushroom, and you have the Necronomicon, which, you know, is okay. You can just use it on the next room, I guess. Let's just use it on the next room. Oh, I'm using Q by accident, like an idiot. I didn't really do much damage. Look at that. That's why the death card kind of sucks, by the way. And also the Necronomicon, because it doesn't actually do very much damage to bosses or anything. He's gonna get hurt. Indeed he did. He actually died, I think. Unless he's glitched out, which is entirely possible as well. But, yeah. So, so, like, you know, like, each Indiana Jones film feels like a story in and of itself. You know, and there's no reason to watch... Like, you don't have to watch the other movies to watch the Indiana Jones movies. That's part of the reason why the fourth one was also shitty. Oh my god, we got Blood of the Martyr. That's amazing! That's a lot of extra damage. So yeah, that's part of the reason why the fourth one was kind of shitty, because it brought back the lady from the first movie, which, again, no one really cared about, because, like, it was kind of nice, but, like, no one really cared about... Like, that Indy, like, really cared about her more than any of the other girls that he was with. Because, like, you know, it's a serial kind of thing. Like there's no reason to care about all the different characters in the series, because Indy just did a bunch of things in his life, you know? So, yeah. That's a thing. Okay, we're still good. By the way, I'm killing him last because, well... No such luck. I was killing him last because there was a chance that he could drop a health up, and that would have been nice. Sadly, no such luck. But yeah. Oh, God. The new Indiana Jones movie, that was really bad. They're coming out with a new Die Hard, too, which is just like, why do you want to destroy my childhood? Like, apparently, like, they took out all the jokes from Die Hard, like, there's gonna be no joking, and it's gonna be an extremely serious movie or something, because, like, the guy's just like, yeah, we don't need any more quips from John McClane. We've heard enough quips over the years, and it's just like, oh, God, don't just... in the first new Die Hard movie, you fucking took out the blood... You, like, digitally took out all the blood. That was the thing that they did, by the way, and to make it PG-13, and it's like, look, Die Hard's not PG-13, don't try to make it to a wider audience. Their dads, look, dads are gonna bring their kids to the movie anyway, kids are gonna see it. But anyway, whatever. So, oh, dingus. So, yeah, so they're making a new Die Hard movie, they're gonna take out, so it's probably gonna be PG-13 as well, and it's not gonna be funny. That's weird. I guess when Daddy Longlegs dies, it actually counts as an explosion. Interesting. No. The Polaroid is way better, actually, for us right now, considering we have the kind of health that we have. This is a tough room, by the way. Just a side note. Even though we can kill them very quickly, they can hit us very easily. I have to be on my guard. Nope, a lot of things to dodge. Especially when you have my own shots that kind of look like theirs. Yeah, there we go. Finally took damage. And then, of course, they explode into a bunch of flies and shit. Making this extremely difficult. Okay. Success has been had. By the way, I made pancakes yesterday, like from scratch. Man, they were good. I'm just telling you. If you guys want to make pancakes, you should do it. Actually, I'm probably going to make bacon today, because... bacon. Isn't it good? Actually, we are definitely going to kill Death first, because he is a jerk bag. He's a whole bag of jerks. And, we don't like bags of jerks. Also, Pestilence can do a good job of killing his own dudes, and hurting Death as well, so... There we go. Alright, one level of Death down. This is a tough room. Death and Pestilence? Like, that's not exactly what I would like to see, to be honest with you. I would like to go hit Death, though. I will tell you that much. Nope! Oh, god damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright, I don't know if we can beat Isaac. I'm gonna try, but if we get out of here with a reasonable amount of health, then there might be a chance that we can beat him. Like, with this much health, it's possible, I'll say. I don't know. We don't have a lot of bombs, either. Which is a problem. But it's fine. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Blue baby. Okay. Shit, shit, shit. Oh, thank you, ball of meat. You are a ball of masterfulness. Yeah, see, the thing is, we don't have, like, the best thing for... Oh, balls. We don't have the best thing for this, situation. Because we're firing extremely fast, and that's not exactly what we want. By the way, my nose is itching right now, which is fucking terrible. Oh, damn it, we got hit. Well, I could itch my nose, at least. Yeah, having a high fire rate is not good for Blue Baby. It's our last bomb. Might as well make it worth it. Make it count. Oh, God. So much danger involved. Thank you, Ball of Meat, again. I love you. Oh, come on! Did you see how that homing shot worked? It, like, angled back, like... Oh, dingus. Alright, we still have the thing effect for a little while longer. No, not quite anymore. Oh, don't hit me. Thank you, Ball of Meat, once more. Ball of Meat being, like, seriously the fucking proest shit right now. MVP of the league right now, easily, is Ball of Meat. Okay. Success is being had, slowly. Slowly but surely. Oh, don't teleport into me, that's so lame when you do that. In fact, the most lame thing. Yeah, just keep doing that. Just stand still, let me smack you with my bullets. Okay, now he spawned a bunch of things as I think, like, comeuppance for not doing anything for a little while. Okay, this is, yeah, we're gonna take damage. Sucks. We're just gonna pound on him. Try to hurt him with the Ball of Meat as well. Kinda worked. Did lots of damage. Oh, God, we're so close, though. We are so close. Ah, okay. Success, success, success is in... I can taste the success. So much success. It tastes like bacon, is what that success tastes like. I will only make bacon if I win. And if I lose, then I will definitely not make any bacon. Actually, we're just going to tank a shot so that we could kill them. Yeah. Let's just kill them without having to worry. Boom. We ended with 3 blue hearts. Booyah. Eat it, Blue Baby. Ha-ha, my friend. Oh, God, that was rough. Oh, that was a rough time. But it was fun. It was a fun time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Managed to beat the Blue Baby. As always, you know, post your custom challenge runs. The most upvoted challenge will be the one that I do with the cheat engine. Yeah. Maybe doing more things in the near future, like a podcast, perhaps. We've been kind of talking about that more and more. Other things. Maybe a new Let's Play on the horizon. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This is Alpacapatrol signing out. Peace, fools.